First, though, now she is the best-selling British female artist in the world, and Katie Melua, I'm delighted to say, is here this morning, and it's lovely to see you.
You too.
Always good to see you.
Always,
yes. It really is. Now, I remember you came in, we talked about the new album that was coming out, and it must have exceeded all your expectations. It sold so well. It's been received so well too.
It has. I mean, it's amazing to still be here on the third album.
Yeah.
I'm so pleased, and you know, I can't wait to just keep working. And obviously, the next thing is to go and tour this album. So
right, and is that what you're working on right now?
Yeah, I've just come out of 2 weeks of rehearsing, and we'll be going out at the end of the month, and then we're in the UK, I think October, November. So travelling around the world before then.
Fantastic. So all over the place. You're going everywhere, yeah?
Although mainly sort of sticking to Europe,
right?
Which is, you know, great. I love sort of visiting. Poland is one of the places I've never been to, where we're doing lots of gigs.
Will you get a chance though to go out and see? Because everybody always says, oh, all you ever see is hotel rooms and things. Will you get a chance to go visit?
That happens when you're doing like a promo trip, so that's usually jam-packed. But with tours, you get sort of most of the morning and afternoon free. So last year I actually took out my bike, a foldable bike, yeah, and I went round and just, you know, checked out the cities. It was brilliant.
That's really good. And can you do that? I guess if you put a little hat on and, you know, keep your head down, you're all right.
You know what? It's not that difficult to not be recognised.
I think you're right. I think if you want to be, you'll surround yourself with 6 feet bodyguards, and people will go, oh, what's happening over there?
Exactly.
But you know, if you just kind of don't put any makeup on, put your hair up.
Just look like a really, you know, ugly person.
And just go for it. And that's really good. That's great. And do you like touring? Is that when you really do come alive, or is it most the studio?
I love it. It's so amazing. I mean, I love being in the studio and making new music, but with touring, you get to, I suppose, recreate that sort of magic that you make in the studio. And it's really also the first time you get to see an audience interacting with your music. Because, you know, most of the time as a musician, you know, when you sell records, it's just something that happens in the background and you get told about, and you don't actually ever witness a fan, you know, enjoying your music, and that's when gigging comes in.
That's really good. Do you have fun with your songs? Do you change them sometimes? Or
yeah, I definitely try to, absolutely. I mean, this tour we're going to be doing a lot of the songs from, you know, spanning all over the 3 albums. So, you know, and a lot of the sort of older stuff we're looking at kind of, you know, I don't know, making them feel new, and there's different ways of exploring it. Even they might not appear sometimes different on the outside, but internally you've attached a different emotion to it.
That's really good.
That can work.
And that keeps it fresh and keeps it alive as well. Nice position to be in, where you've got a sort of body of work to choose from as well,
isn't it? It's so lovely. It's the first time, because on my previous tours I always had to have, you know, other covers to bring in. But this time round, it's all my stuff, which is
fantastic, absolutely great. And you've kind of grown up in a sense that you're now, you know, you've got your first car, got your first flat, doing all these things that, you know, sort of rite of passage in a way. And I always remember my first flat and feeling incredibly grown up.
It's very
a bit scary as well, but it's really good. You know, it's like your own space, you've got all your own bits round about you, and that must be really good too.
Do you know what? It's funny because suddenly you have to sort of think about washing and bills and all the rest of it, and usually your mum takes care of all that stuff. Yeah,
you have to do that for yourself now, which is fine. You know, it's part of. I guess it's part of.
Yeah, no, I love it. It's really good. Yesterday I was doing so much washing; it was crazy, ridiculous.
Washing it now, and I can't imagine it. But you've got to do it. No, you have to do it. Now, I know you're originally from Georgia, and you go back now and again. Do you find?
I try. And
do you get any sort of? Do you think any of your musical ability or any of the sort of expression that you have in your music comes from that background? Do you think it ever does?
Yeah, I think so. I think it has to, because you know, that's obviously where I started. And Georgia is a very passionate country. Like, the people are, maybe best thing I compare it to is Italians, you know. So when they're angry, they're really angry. When they're happy, they're really happy, and sort of really joyous. And partying and music and sort of the art is such a huge thing in the culture. So I really started, you know, over there. I started singing there, and it's just kind of stayed with me. I think the thing that's the most obvious link from, you know, Georgian culture to my music is the emotional context of sort of art. It's very, you know, exaggerated. And I don't know, I sometimes think, does it work in the UK? Because sometimes, you know, people in the UK are quite reserved. And I don't know, so I wonder whether that sort of over-emotional kind of overflowing in songs is a good idea.
It clearly does.
Well, it seems to be going all right.
You're certainly doing something right. Good luck with the tour, and I know you're going to perform for us later. Is this the new single that you're going to do?
Yes, it is. It's called If the Lights Go Out.
Fantastic. I look forward to that. Katie, always a joy to see you. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you.
Now, first though, we were talking to her earlier on. Here's Katie Melua now with her new single, If the Lights Go Out.
If the lights go out, 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 They say the world must end somehow. They say the end's not far from now. I think they're wrong. Don't worry your life away. Start living for today. Think about tomorrow. And if the lights go out on all of us in just a year or two, and if the sky falls down like pouring rain, then I'll be here with you. I'll go down with you. Well, I'm gonna try for all I'm worth to stay with you till the end of the earth. Don't let me down. Don't let your feelings win. Don't give out and don't give in. Think about tomorrow. And if the lights go out on all of us in just a year or two, and if the sky falls down like pouring rain, then I'll be here with you. I'll go down with you. And if the lights go out on all of us in just a year or two, and if the sky falls down like pouring rain, then I'll be here with you. I'll go down with you. I'll go down with you.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you very much indeed. That's a Let's Go Out. It's out right now. And we'll also put all of Katie's tour dates on the website gm.tv.